Bienvenidos! Welcome to Spain on a Fork. If this is your first time here, make sure you smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon to be notified when I release new content. To my returning subscribers, welcome back. Anyways, today we're making empanadas con espinacas y queso. Guys, these Spanish empanadas are seriously one of the best things you're ever gonna eat, and they're made with such simple ingredients. We're talking spinach and cheese, but when you combine these two ingredients together, you get an incredible explosion of flavors, guys. These empanadas are truly exquisite, plus they're so easy to make, and they are done in 30 minutes. Now, to make this recipe, I am gonna be using some fresh spinach. If you prefer, you can use frozen spinach. You just cook it in the exact same way. Second thing, I am using a mild queso manchego. If you can't find this in your area, no big deal. You can use whatever kind of cheese that you want. Just make sure that it's not too strong or overpowering. And last but not least, I'm going to be using some pre-made pizza dough to make the empanadas. Guys, it does not get easier than this. However, again, if you prefer, you can make your empanada dough from scratch. You'll find a link on how to make that in the iCard above. Guys, it's going to be so much fun to make these empanadas. Let's dive right in. I'm going to begin by grabbing a large saute pan, adding in a quarter cup of cold water, and heating it with a medium heat. Then I'm gonna grab one bag of fresh spinach. This is a standard size bag, 300 grams. I'm gonna add the fresh spinach into the saute pan. And I'm gonna place a lid on top, and we're gonna steam this between 3 to 4 minutes until that spinach is wilted. After about 4 minutes, I'm gonna turn off the heat and remove the lid. And get in there and mix the spinach around to assure that all the spinach is wilted. Then I'm going to add the spinach into a sieve with a bowl underneath. And using the back of a spoon, start pushing down on the spinach to remove any of the excess water in the spinach. Once the spinach is well drained, I'm going to add it into a cutting board and give it a rough chop. For the next ingredients, I'm going to finely dice half of an onion. Finely mince 3 cloves of garlic, and shred 1 cup of a mild queso manchego. Again, guys, you can use whatever kind of cheese you want here. Just make sure that it's not too overpowering. Now, using the same pan that we used to steam the spinach, I'm going to heat it with a medium heat and add in 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. After heating the olive oil for 2 minutes, I'm going to add in the diced onions and the minced garlic. And start mixing the onions and the garlic around with the extra virgin olive oil. Very important to mix this continuously, that way nothing burns. Three minutes after adding the onions and the garlic into the pan, and they're nice and translucent, I'm going to turn off the heat in the pan. Add in our chopped up spinach, the 1 cup of shredded manchego cheese, and season it all with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And I'm gonna get in there and mix this all together until it's well combined. You wanna try and make a paste here, so as you're mixing this, try to compact it together. Once the mixture is well mixed, I'm gonna transfer it into a bowl and set it aside. Alright, let's move on to the dough. Like I told you guys earlier, I am using some pre-made pizza dough to make these empanadas. I'm going to be using a bowl to cut out the circles. This is a 5-inch diameter. Just push down on the dough and twist the bowl. And I'm going to end up with 3 empanada doughs from each pizza dough. This recipe makes 6 empanadas. Next, I'm going to sprinkle some all-purpose flour on a flat surface. Add in one of the circular cut doughs. You just kind of push down on it with your fingers just to expand it. And make sure you do this on both sides. Next up, I'm going to grab our spinach mixture and start adding it into the circular dough. You don't want to add too much mixture here, otherwise these are going to explode in the oven. About a 1/4 cup will be perfect. Then I'm going to fold the dough over. And using your fingers, pierce around the outer edges just to seal everything. And then for double insurance, I'm going to pierce it with a fork on the outer edges on both sides. Very important to do this. That way these empanadas don't open up while they're in the oven. And as you're finishing each empanada, add it into a baking tray that's lined with parchment paper. And again, guys, from this recipe, you should end up with 6 empanadas. For the last step, I'm gonna grab 1 egg that I beat and seasoned with sea salt and brush it on top of each of the empanadas. This is such an important step. This is what gets these empanadas that beautiful golden color. And you wanna make sure you cover the entire surface of the empanada with that egg. Then I'm gonna add the empanadas into a preheated oven, bake and broil option, 210 degrees Celsius, 425 degrees Fahrenheit. After exactly 15 minutes, these empanadas look like they have a beautiful golden color to them. They are ready to go. I'm gonna remove them from the oven. And our empanadas are done. How easy was it to make these? Look how beautiful they look. Let's give one of them a try and see how it turned out. Okay guys, these empanadas look insane. Here we go. Well, what an incredible flavor. Such simple ingredients. We're talking spinach and manchego cheese, but it's an explosion of flavors. Beautiful texture to that dough. That's why it's so important to brush that egg on top. Gives it that nice exterior, guys. Easy empanadas, full of flavor, done in about 30 minutes. Really quick before I go, I'd like to give out a quick shout out to one of my patrons, Jesper Halun. Again, Jesper, thank you so much for all your support. I truly appreciate you. For the rest of you want to support Spain on a Fork on Patreon, help with ingredients and equipment to continue making videos like this, you'll find that link in the description box below and iCard above. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, smash that subscribe button. Till next time, hasta luego. Cheers. So good. Like seriously, so good. Like this made 6 empanadas, and I think I'm gonna eat all 6 of them.